Sara Huddleston. Why does Jefferson matter to you?
Because it is a great place to live, and I am really like everything that is going on with arts, with festivals, with the people are so welcome, and I like to see it prosper and get more people welcome to this community in Greene County and Jefferson.
Welcome back to another episode of Behind What Matters, a podcast of Jefferson Matters Main Street, where we take a little deeper look, a little peek behind the curtains at the efforts we're doing here in Jefferson and Greene County to try to be a model for the state of Iowa and beyond for rural revitalization here in the United States. Today's episode is brought to you by Krieger's Homegrown Wood Fire Pizza. And so we're grateful for the support for Krieger's. And out at Green Goods, it's right here in Jefferson. You can join them every other Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. for artisan wood-fired pizzas made with fresh, garden-grown ingredients right there at Krieger's. The next Pizza and Pedals is August 9th. It's a family-friendly event with plenty of parking, a play area for kids, and all the tables and chairs are provided. Reservations are recommended, so visit greengoods.com. That's green with an E, greengoods.com. Click the Pizza Events tab to get registered. Or you can call 515-386-8164 to reserve your spot. Thank you again to Krieger's Homegrown Wood-Fired Pizza. Today, we are with Sara Huddleston, Executive Director of the Multicultural Family Resource Center. It's a mouthful, but is also full of a lot of important missions and endeavors. So, Sara, great to have you here. Thanks for taking some time to spend behind what matters and help us understand a little bit about yourself and the Multicultural Family Resource Center and all the things going on. So, who is Sara Huddleston?
Well, first of all, let me thank you for inviting me to this wonderful podcast, but also I'm so appreciative and very take this opportunity as well. Yes, again, my name is Sara Monroy Huddleston. I grew up actually in Mexico, Yucatan, Mérida, Yucatan, Mexico, and it's a city about 1 million people where I grew up. Moved to the United States back in the 80s when I went to Simpson College. Actually, Simpson College contacted me down there. I grew up in a medium-class family. We were hosting American students, and we got connected that way. So I came to study as a foreign exchange student, and I met my husband there, who is now Matthew Huddleston. We were at Simpson. And, of course, back in 1990, that's when I actually moved to Iowa. At that time, I was living in Storm Lake, northwest part of Iowa, and lived there for, until the last 3 years, I moved to Jefferson.
So you've been on quite the journey, both geographically and with your career. You've been, our list is long. You've been through local government. You were on city council up there, but you've worked in education and social services, and business work, immigration work, even in law. What about all of your experiences do you think has brought you to this opportunity in Jefferson, or maybe even what are some of those key lessons or the ties between everything that brought you here?
Well, one of the things when this job was offered, one of the things that I thought was the experience that I had with me. Like you say, I served the public for 12 years in city council, and I also sat in several boards, not just local but state. And with my experience living in Storm Lake back when we started back in 1990, when we didn't have a big diverse population or immigration, it was a learning experience. I learned a lot of stuff, and I also was practicing working with different entities. One of them was domestic violence, an organization helping victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. I also worked with lawyers, immigration lawyers. It was like helping the courthouse, helping the Department of Public Health, the schools, At that time, we start seeing barriers, and we start dealing with those barriers in our community. And that's when I truly gained a lot of experience in the social work, in the law, in government. Has taught me so much, and I have also learned. And so I am bringing that experience to Jefferson and Greene County. It's something very unique because I've done a lot of different jobs and positions. My background, actually, I finished my degree in Buena Vista University with a degree on political science and also a little bit of public administration. So,
well, that's quite a great diversity of experiences and a lot of interesting things that I think we are all getting to learn about you here as you've been here. Now, how long have you lived in Jefferson?
I am about 3 years now.
3 years, yes.
I feel like I'm at home. Everybody, one thing they have to say about Jefferson, people are very welcome, friendly. They talk to me, they help me. They're very cordial at the stores. I'm very impressed. And I found that this town is very unique in a way that there's a lot of art. There's a lot of talent in this town. It's something that we take for granted, and I think we need to shine it more and talk more about it. But definitely, even with Stone Lake having the college there, I feel like we have more talent in this town. Definitely.
So what is it that, what were some of your first impressions when you came to town? So you've just been here 3 years, but this is coming from somebody who is well-traveled, well-cultured. That being said, what were some of the things that caught your attention?
It caught my attention that, like I say, seeing the events and festivals that are in this community, like one of them that I admire a lot and I'm so proud to mention is the Porch Fest, which is very unique. You don't see that in many towns. Stone Lake, even having the diversity that we had there, there's a lot of more events in this town. Like, for instance, the Tao Festival, which is well attended. It's another way of also bringing more people, inviting people. But the one thing that I see here that really is interesting to me is the power of volunteer. That how many people really are proud of this town and how much they care. There's things like clean streets, people volunteer, people participate. A lot of young people too. I see a lot of young people that get involved in our community. Where in Stone Lake, our community was more into turns to the elderly folks, but here is more. I see it more vibrant, and I don't know if because we're close to Ames, Des Moines, and Boone, but I see more activity, more life in this town, and they have such a quality of life, like the parks, the rivers. Very well taken care. The city does such a wonderful job in that aspect.
Well, that's fun to hear. I think we sometimes do take some of that stuff for granted. We see it every day, and it's always fun. And in our office at the Welcome Center, we hear some of these things from visitors too, which is a fun reminder that I wish more folks got to hear about. So I appreciate some of those things that you said that we do take for granted sometimes, and new folks to town or visitors, they point those things out, and it's a good reminder to keep investing in those efforts and keep up with our volunteer recruitment to keep people feeling passionate about the community to want to volunteer. So
absolutely, you say it right. The community center is a great example of. We had the best industries in the area. Community center is a great facility. We had the best equipment. What else can we ask for? We got great things. A hospital. For the size of this town, I am very impressed of what we got, and I think we could do even much better. But we had the essentials, the necessities, right here at the tip of the finger.
That's a good lead into your organization, the Multicultural Family Resource Center. We'll just call it MFRC to keep things simple. Moving on. So for someone first now hearing about the MFRC, what is that? What's your mission? Who do you serve?
Sure.
What's the just kind of the summary? And we'll dive more into this. So what's kind of an overview right now?
Well, the Multicultural Family Resource Center is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3. We started we were under a GCDC project. It was a project under the GCDC, the Greene County Economic Development. But last year we became completely a nonprofit and separated from them. And so our mission is to with the Multicultural Family Resource Center is the gap in our community that we provide services that connect individuals, newcomers, and residents to help them to support, to empower, and also to help them thrive and feel welcome, and also thrive in this community. Our vision is to help create community growth, encourage unity, foster an uplifting environment, and improve the quality of life of Greene County. Our services are free and confidential. We're here to provide services to anyone that needs our service assistance. So it could be a new resident, it could be a newcomer, or someone that is already living in our community. We can help business, industries, we can help schools. And actually part of my job is help the schools, and that's by providing services like, for instance, school registrations, interpreting, translating, helping parents to connect with the school, encourage parent involvement in the schools and activities. Also in our community, I done so many things, like I said in the beginning, variety of experience I had. So a sample of that could be someone needs to get a document filled out by the courthouse, the district courthouse, and I help them to fill out the form. Many times I interpret or translate it. Sometimes I provide transportation. It depends. Every person, every individual is different in a different way that they need some help, some sort of help. I do help sometimes take people to the hospital, to the Department of Public Health. I go to the Career Academy to spend a day or a couple hours with the students. I have several goals this coming year. So anyways, we are here basically to provide services for free. We do have partnerships, the Department of Public Health, Jefferson Matters, the Greene County Economic Development, you name it. And we're welcome to create more partnerships with whoever wants to partner with us, of course. One thing that I would like to mention, if you don't know, we are located, our office is inside City Hall. And obviously, our schedule is between 8:30 and 4:30. But sometimes, because I'm the only one, I get to get out to help someone outside. That it has to be either I am at the courthouse, or I have to go to the school, or to the hospital, or go to the Career Academy. But you can always send me a text or call me or send me an email, and I will make that day or hour appointment with anyone that would like to meet with me. So,
all right, let's talk about that. Who all you serve, and kind of the idea of the MFRC being helping Greene County be welcoming for all walks of life. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you grew up in Mexico, speak fluent Spanish. But this is an endeavor for everyone. I mean, this is anyone around the world looking to relocate, looking for jobs, looking to establish a life here. Certainly, a lot of your translation services are with Spanish. But can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the other folks you've helped in Jefferson and Greene County, and a little bit about that diversity?
Yes, of course. Being bilingual is a plus, right? Mm-hmm. And growing up in Mexico and the experience that I brought from Stone Lake is also a plus. But also to remember everyone that I am not just here for one group. It's for everyone, every kind of individual that is in our county that is new or living already, and that has any kinds of, come from different walks of life. It could be a Caucasian, someone. In fact, I have helped a few, especially when they need sometimes financial help to pay a bill or to connect with a job. Somebody's looking for a job and they don't know where to go. They contact me, and and when we go to the careers, job careers, we contact people. They contact me interested. Some of them contact me via Facebook, which I follow up on that. So yes, I am here to provide services for everyone, not just Hispanics or Asians or African Americans. I am here for everyone. Being bilingual helps. Speaking Spanish helps. It's something that I think this town should take advantage of it, because not many towns had a lot of, unless you are in a very well diverse community. But right now, I'm helping everyone that comes to my office.
What are some of the challenges that you see families facing in our area right now?
I think in general, right now, one of the I would say two factors. One is the political environment, and the other one is the economy. I think that affects everyone. Those are the main barriers because, of course, the inflation and the jobs, lack of jobs, lack of people, and just the what's going on right now with politics. So those are the two major factors that I think are barriers for anyone.
How does helping new families benefit the community as a whole? Like, how, getting families settled in, helping them be successful. What does that benefit to our entire community?
Oh, tremendously. When we bring new families or new people coming to our town, when we welcome them, when they stay and try here and work, we are really helping the community, especially with taxes. I mean, think about it, the taxes incoming, more people coming, more taxes to the city. We also help the numbers with the schools to keep our schools in our community by getting more students, more families. It keeps the economy going, growing. You find jobs, you help the hospital, the courthouse, the schools, Jefferson Matters, I mean, everything. And especially if you bring other cultures, it gives it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of more culture, something that we could add to our community to give a bit more of the left of a more quality of life. Besides, you already had tremendous art and stuff, but a little bit more, different music, food, art could really help us.
Yes.
And of course, in a very positive way, it's better for everyone.
If folks take a quick look at the snapshot of the history, say the last 100-ish years of population of Jefferson, and then compare that to the 100 years of population of Greene County, you'll see that the community of Jefferson has remained fairly close. In fact, the last 50 to 70 years were very, very, very similar. From 100 years ago, we have a few more people than we did. Within 1,000 or less, it's really remained pretty consistent. Now, the county actually, we are half of what we used to be population-wise, and that's directly tied to agriculture. There are fewer farms. There are fewer people managing farms. And we have about half as many as we did 100 years ago. All this to be said, times change. The culture evolves, the community evolves, the world evolves, and that's what we're seeing now too. And to see our population continue to grow, to see jobs continue to be filled, and we have to be welcoming all walks of life and be willing to grow. And certainly Latinos are one of the faster growing communities and willing to relocate. And this is blue collar, this is white collar jobs, this is all types of contributions to our community and to our economy. Can you talk about the MFRC's role in helping folks find jobs when they're coming here, and to just do the different things that make our community, our county, look as welcoming as possible? And I know that's a broad question for you, but really kind of, I feel like, gets at the heart of MFRC.
So, like I say, I have some goals for this coming year. One of them, of course, I would say that we had a tremendous access in our community, like the Career Academy, the Iowa Community Central College. We are close to Boone and Ames and Des Moines. And so one of the things that I would like to do is to really outreach and go and get, basically putting Jefferson out there in the eyes of people, that here we are with a welcome community and that everyone is welcome to come. So by doing that, we need to look at the young people. There's the one thing about Jefferson and Greene County, we're very lucky. Like I say, we take things for granted. We had a variety of industries, a diversity of jobs here. I can speak of, for instance, in Stone Lake, we only had a meat plant. And with that, I mean, when I went there, when I started back in 1990, I was it. I was the only person of color. When I left, we have 47 languages and people from all over the world. That means that's only one meat plant. Greene County has better than one meat plant. We have industries, good jobs, blue and white collar jobs. We had better resources to provide, to help, to connect people to come to this area. So by outreaching, by getting involved with Career Academy, by getting involved with these students to retain and to stay, that's what we're going to help the Greene County to prosper. And I don't see, in my personal opinion, I don't see this community dying. A lot of towns in Iowa are dying. What happened in Stone Lake when we started? Like I say, when I left, was people growing. And then the third generation, second generation are moving all over little small towns. Their economy is growing. For instance, there is a small town in Stone Lake, I can't remember, Fonda, who didn't have anything. And now they're building apartments. I mean, there was nothing in Fonda. Early. I mean, many towns are getting full. And especially, like we mentioned earlier, the Latino Hispanic population. It is the fastest growing population in the country. It is said by 2050, half of this country is going to be black and brown. But what does that mean? The younger people, the third generation or the second that speak English, those are the ones that are born and raised here, that they went to college. Those are the people that we want to target. Those are people that we want to invite. They don't move. One thing that they're looking, just like everybody else, they love small communities, rural towns, because they are family-oriented. They are trust and safe. And that's what they're looking for, just like everyone. The best that they can provide, best quality of life to their families. And we have all that here in Jefferson, in Greene County. We take things for granted, but I live here and I see it. We have here all the needs, the important necessities are here, and the best jobs.
Those are some really great points. I like that a lot. And certainly the world we are a global economy. People move about. Mm-hmm. You could argue we're all here. The majority of us are here from immigrants at some point in time, and we've just had different chapters of that. And now, like you said, you've got second and third and beyond generations that have grown up here now and moved through various levels of education and looking for different types of jobs. And I think that we are quite progressive in having you here and having your organization here and those partnerships to then shine Greene County through a light that is welcoming and set up for a variety of jobs and a variety of folks to fill those jobs and to really enhance the community. I think you pointed that out, and kind of enriching culture and just making it a very fun and interesting place for everyone. So that being said, let's talk a little bit more about some of these relationships that you've been building professionally here. You mentioned GCDC. We'll explain that as the Greene County Development Corporation, who works with AREA, the Ames Regional Economic Alliance. And so we are getting more and more connected ourselves. This is through yourself and MFRC, through AREA, tapping into lots of different resources and lots of folks and lots of industries that we are. It's hard to sometimes talk about these things because we don't see it all happening. People don't see the things that we do. We're constantly working on, right? In these conversations.
Exactly.
So can you talk a little bit about some of the things on your average week, some of your duties or your relationship building and outreach?
Correct. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Many times people want to see physical, want to see what Sara doing. We hire her. What is she doing? Thank God my job, I love it. It's a very diverse position. I do every day. I don't have a specific schedule because every day can be different. So for instance, I can give examples. Starting this week, Monday, I help a person to fill out a job application. We went to the interview. That takes a couple hours, fill out a form. I had to interpret for this person because they want to hire her, interested to hire her. So I had to go there. I had to provide transportation. Another time could be one good example is I had at one point one person that baby born, but the birth certificate wasn't correct. So I have to help her to fill out the form, to interpret the courthouse, to transfer to a hospital in Ames. I mean, another time could be me working with the hospital, like for instance, trying to meet the leaders there to come up with a project or program or providing support. The latest one that we did on cancer. Many times I go to it could be to the Career Academy, spend a couple hours with the students at the welding class, or provide help with the students that might need my assistance at the high school. Another time could be interpreting for a parent at the middle school or at the elementary school. Every day is different. I go in the office, I go and check my emails, I answer my phone, and I usually go by appointments because you never know if you're gonna see me there. I might be at the court, I might be at the school, I might be a meeting in Jefferson Matters, or I might be at the, anywhere. So every day is different. It could be different, and we have sometimes those people that emergency, the last minute they need something, and if it's something that needs to be taken right away, I drop what I'm doing and I focus on that person, whatever it is. Sometimes I interpret for the police department. 2 weeks ago, I was in Wisconsin and I interpret over the phone to the police department on a weekend. So I do different things. People don't see me. I go to meetings. I help people by one-on-one. I come into my office, interpret. Sometimes it's on the phone, talking to someone. Sometimes it's testing on my phone, getting things like that, or emails.
Well, I think you are a tremendous asset, and we just hope people continue to understand what's available with you. Can you talk specifically about business resources you provide, or whether it's classes or translating classes or opportunities, or business recruitment, some of the stuff, or employee recruitment?
I had help actually. I had actually helped a couple businesses, and one of them, especially with the job recruitment, hire someone to do the position, to fill out the position, helping out the person to fill out the application, and with the interview time, the hours. I also promote Jefferson when I'm outside of what we had available, what business. One good thing that we have to remember is that the city provides wonderful incentives for people to come. I think that's a very positive. I think that one thing I need to remind myself too, that we had a beautiful downtown. With all those buildings, we're able to really invite people to come here. We had a few empty buildings, but I think there's a great opportunity to invite someone to move here and put their business. I mean, we had it all. We just need to outreach and get people here. But definitely, I promote the business of Jefferson.
For anybody in town, I know you have offered some Spanish classes at the rec center. Do you have plans for more of those types of opportunities?
Absolutely. Right now, with partnership with the library, we offering on Saturdays for children, 7 years old to 11, Spanish classes on Saturday. We're meeting from 11 to 12. So if you're interested in your child to learn a new language or wants to to keep him busy for an hour, why not to come in a Spanish class and learn something new, a new skill, maybe expose it to new language, to new culture, We're also going to be providing Spanish classes for adults at the library, and it's going to be free, not cost. We're going to provide that in September. I also going to the libraries in Greene County. Once a month, we're going to pick a topic, and it's just going to drink coffee with me, chat about an interesting topic. Last time, we talked about culture at Rippey Library. So we had a couple more. We're going to talk about empowerment, and we're going to talk about leadership. So anyone is welcome. We're going to announce it, and this is in partnership with the library. Also, we have projects with the Department of Public Health, focusing on the diversity program that they had, and also suicidal prevention and the cancer awareness. Yeah, so we are working in things like that to help the community, not just in Jefferson, but in Greene County, that they can participate for free, be educated, informed.
Excellent. All right, looking ahead, what gives you the most hope about the future of Greene County? Why do you feel hopeful?
I am feeling hopeful that I'm very optimistic, and I like to see the growth of this community and to get more cultural events. And I really think we can do this. We can pick up with the partnership of the Greene County Economic Development / Alliance, Jefferson Matters, the school, MRC, public health, and everyone. I think we can all put a little bit of grain on the sand and make this town be prosperous. I really have good hope.
Great point of the collaboration. The collaborative effort here is really one of our strong suits, I think. So that's
exactly.
good
Collaboration, partnership, volunteer. Like I say from the beginning, this town is very proud. I mean, people here are very proud of what they had and the amount of involvement that they put into investment on their community. Yes.
All right. Some quick, short answer, lighthearted stuff to get to wrap up with this year. What's your favorite local event? I think you maybe already alluded to it. We'll see. What's your favorite event you've experienced here in your first few
My
years?
favorite actually is the Tower Festival.
Okay.
I would recommend especially everyone. My first time when I went to the Tower, even appreciate the rural area. How can you see the whole farm, the fields? But you get a really good side of view of the whole town. Everyone should experience that. Go to the Tower. The amount of people that come to the festival, and of course, one of my favorites, and I've been looking at this for the last 2 years, is the Porch Fest.
Porch Fest?
Yes, because it does bring people in our community. It's very relaxing. Sit out there and enjoy nature while you're listening to some people playing, artists. But the amount of people just come is for free. And I mean, these are the quality of things that we have that we should really promote more. Yes.
Well, thanks for the nod on Porch Fest. Our Tower View team does that in July, and you should go to experiencejeffersoniowa.com on the events page. You can find out, when the Bell Tower Festival is, when Porch Fest is, when our, upcoming events for the rest of the summer and fall are. So thanks for that. All right, last question. What is one thing you experienced here in Jefferson that surprised you about small town Iowa?
People are very friendly overall and welcome. I came here and I felt very immediately open doors to me. People were very friendly, very approachable. They greet to you. I mean, you don't expect that in the small towns. But this town is very welcome. I mean, I feel that way. I haven't had any bad experience, and very nice people even in the markets. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if somebody's listening to this and they might need your services or they know somebody who might, how can they find you at the MFRC? How can they reach out?
The best way I always tell people is to call me or to text me, to send me a messages through my phone, because I carry my phone with me everywhere I go. So the phone number is 515. I had to look at it because, of course, it's my cell.
We don't say our phone numbers out loud very often, do we? Yeah.
Yes, that was correct. 515-370-0775. And another way, especially for anyone that has a computer or a way to, even by your phone, is to send me an email at director of mfrcgcia.org. I had to say something that I had actually, some of my successful stories, people in our community contacted me via Facebook, which is very interesting. They always send me a text, a message through the messenger of Facebook, and that's how I get to find out. And I check that too, because sometimes you can find messages there.
Yeah,
but the best way, I would say, text me, my phone, call me, or email me, especially for business or any people that might be interested.
So folks can find the MFRC on Facebook. So
yes.
You're there.
We also had a website and Facebook.
Excellent. So easy to access you and look you up. So
and you always, I mean, if you're like really can't get hold of me, you can always walk to City Hall. Our office is inside City Hall, and they're very helpful too. They take names and phone numbers and contact me.
And a good partnership you have with the city of Jefferson.
Definitely.
Greene County has been helpful, and you've been helpful to Greene County in various ways, like you mentioned, law enforcement and whatever else has come up.
We are very, very thankful to the city of Jefferson by helping us provide,
certainly
supporting us.
Sara Huddleston, thank you for sitting down and having this conversation to take a little look at behind what matters here. And we know that the Multicultural Family Resource Center matters to Greene County and to Jefferson, and we really appreciate your time here today, but also just overall all the work that you're putting in to help Jefferson and Greene County to grow and to to matter even more. Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Behind What Matters. I hope that you will like and subscribe this. It's basically easy, just following along. It helps that you'll see future episodes of this and helps us grow. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.